Policies are lifting everybody up. There's 140 million Americans that get up and go every day and drive to work. They commute.
Not that I don't have the right to do anything I want to do. I'm the president of the United States. If I think our country's in danger, and it is in danger in these cities, I can do it.
There are a couple things that are different. He was willing to break norms in his first term, and that was something people certainly talked about. But in this term, he seems like completely unrestrained in breaking norms.
They weren't on the way back. It was worse than ever just a short while ago, but now it's going to be, I think right now, it's better than it has been in years.
Because they came in prepared this time, there's been a much more sort of organized campaign to expand the power of the presidency, to ensure that every single official in the executive branch is sort of at his beck and call, and to sort of deploy the power of the federal government again.
I'm approximately half of what they are and have been charged. Thanks, Ed. So, if you look at that, China, first row, China, 67%.
Yeah, I think the particular policies change from every day. You see that with tariffs, for example, right? Where, he reduces a tariff and then something else happens and he changes his mind and raises the tariff. But what stays the same is the use of presidential authority, or what he at least believes is presidential authority, to make decisions that have really vast consequences for the economy without any specific congressional authorization to pursue this policy. So we've seen, for example, various guardrails in the sort of within the bureaucracy have been knocked down. So that people who used to be in a position to exercise some independent judgment, either as a matter of norms or what we thought was the law at least, are now, clearly having to obey his dictates.
President, your first 100 days has far exceeded that of any other presidency in this country, ever. Never seen anything like it. Thank you.
It's not that it's illegal for him to use the Justice Department as, his lawyers to pursue his cases the way he wants to pursue them. It may be legal, but it could still be a really bad idea and really bad for democracy.
So we're taking a look, and it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
Right? He can put public pressure on people. He can threaten investigations, or like spending on the building renovations, which is what he's been after the head of the Fed for. He can, use the vast amount of information that the federal government has on, just about everybody, and look for something that could be used as a claim of misconduct, and then say that he's got good cause to fire people, which
those circumstances, the idea is that this officer, this commissioner, this board member, whatever the designation is supposed to serve for a term of years without threat of removal. The reason for that is They are supposed to be insulated from political control. We don't want, the thinking is, people who are in charge of making these really important decisions about safety of consumer products, public health, our economy. We don't want those people to be influenced by political pressure. We want instead their decisions to be based on expertise. They want them to be kind of bound by the rule of law. We want them to be based on evidence. We want them to be kind of subject to the rigors of decision making absent political pressure. We think
there's a lot of trouble at CDC, and it's going to require getting rid of some people over the long term in order for us to change the institutional culture.
But I think one of the big things that's changed is that Congress is essentially not offering any check, or almost not any, on presidential actions. And, part of the constitutional scheme, it's not just that the courts could operate as a check, but Congress is supposed to be active in protecting its own rights and in sort of generally standing up for, the interests of society where Congress disagrees with the president. And
in an unprecedented place already. How far it will go depends on how institutions and people respond, right? How will the courts respond? How will the voters respond? How will states respond? All of these things really matter right now for determining that future, for determining whether or not we end up in a truly authoritarian world, or whether we end up kind of being able to shore up at least some of the premises of our constitutional democracy.
And they say, we don't need him, freedom, freedom. He's a dictator, he's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense, and I'm a smart person. President, and he drives down the street. Already his people have told me, he said, what happened? It's so clean.